Good morning. It's going to be a quiet one today. No research available for members of Football Trading Profits as we only have the Finnish Cup and the FIFA World Club Cup. But looking on yesterday, Bohemians taking a 2-0 lead, I think by half time against Shamrock Rovers. 2.25 the favourite. Again, when you're edging up to 2.4, it's not a given that you're going to win. Despite your excellent seasonal form, there is always a reason. And obviously a reason there. Cork City and Drogs. Both teams to score element for Cork City. So if they scored first, that would have been your angle in there. Sligo Rovers and Galway, a match marred by red cards. It was a 1-1. And then the scorer of the goal was red carded. Must have had handbags with an opponent in Galway because they were both red carded 53rd minute. I don't play doubly red carded matches. So at 1-1, you would have possibly got a trading angle. Excuse me for a second. Sorry about that. St. Pat's and Derry. Again, an inability to score for St. Pat's has been highlighted by me in the research. So if you did lay Derry, you'd have done it with insurance. Members at least know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about insurance. You'd have got out of there again. A failure to score at home is getting problematic for St. Pat's. Waterford and Shelburne. Desmond Tutu, 2.4 the favourite. Again, it's a good advert for neutral plays, particularly in 2.4 the favourites and 2.35 the favourites, because the market's telling you they can't pick a winner. If you go neutral, both teams to score over 2.5 goal before half time. If it's flagged up by my research, and I'm doing neutral plays for members only, you can see how valuable they can be. When you're not picking a winner, you're picking goals. Both teams are involved. Looking in the Irish First Division, you've got a 2.28 favourite, not red hot like Shamrock Rovers. Similar odds and similar result. Cobh Ramblers, a tricky 1-0 against Kerry. It does highlight the improvement that Kerry have been having. Only 2 losses now in 7 matches for Kerry, who were the absolute whipping boys last season. Finn Harps against Dundalk, all dependent on the timing of the Finn Harps goal. Again, insurance would have saved you here. I'm not going to elaborate because that's a technique for members only. And it's got it written all over it. Have a play, but cover that 1-0. It's a penalty. It's pure luck for Finn Harps. It's the luck of the Irish. Just couldn't get a goal from Dundalk. I think that's their first loss this season. Longford and Athlone again is a good advert, if I can say the word, for neutral plays. Bottom 3 sides, goals before half time, over 2.5 goals if it's flagged up, and both teams to score if it's flagged up. Bang. You'd have made a profit from a bottom 3 clash where you can't trust either of these two. Treaty against Wexford, that did surprise me a little bit, given Treaty have been in such good form recently. Mjøndalen, an unbeaten run of 3. Are they going to continue that against bottom? Of course not. It's Mjøndalen. If there is a way to cock up a good run, they will find that way. Rest assured. Neutral, neutral, neutral. However you played. Goal before half time. Both teams to score over 2.5 goals. You can now get involved in these lower tiers with a degree of confidence. But you would have had extreme confidence had you had an in-play stats feed for Helsingborg yesterday. Possibility of a goal before half-time. Absolutely bossing Umia. The dodgy Umia turned up again. Failing to score last match. Single goal only. Sundsvall and Trelleborg. Again, a great advert for neutral plays, given it's 2.7 the favourite. The Mickey Mouse FIFA Club Cup. You'll find trading angles, I'm sure. But they're not related to the odds. Possible delay if Seattle Sounders have a 9-man defence, then you'd be looking to take that 0-0 on perhaps late on. That is exactly what you expect of that. Perfect. So some teams are reflecting the odds, but then you had very short price favourite the other day, 1.06, losing 1-0. So it's an exhausting time for these players, the poor loves. They're only on 6 figures a week, the darlings. But it's going to be impactful as well, negatively, on international football, I would have thought. Looking on to today, and it's arguably a day off from football. It's the Suomen Cup. If you're up at 10 a.m, HJK are absolutely reliable, I would suspect, against Clubby 04. Coming into this in exceptional form domestically, well worth keeping an eye on. The others are all clashes, I think, apart from Ekenas, I'm not too sure, within the Finnish Liga. I don't know whether these teams are up for the Cup. Don't forget, this is not KUPS. It is KUPS. I thought that was KURS. It is KUPS, last season's champions. So if there is a way to look at the Cup, it's an awfully butchered UK.soccer way. Their upgrade is an absolute downgrade. Why on earth do you mess with websites? They don't even have all of the Suomen Cup matches now. It's just poor. They had a great relationship with Bet365 and Opta, where the stats were just wonderful. But here it's just awful. Normally, I would go to this website for cup matches, but the layout is just not user-friendly. For example, we've got KUPS, who are the champions. So they're obviously going to have played more than 2 matches in the Suomen Cup. And there is no option for me to show other matches for this lot. So I don't know what's going on. This website has turned into an absolute nightmare. It was a trader's friend, but this is awful. Suomen Cup overall. So they're obviously up for it, but you can't tell because they're playing lower tier sides. So UK.Soccerway used to be our go-to when you're looking at internationals, looking at friendlies, looking at niche competitions, but now it's just turned awful. So disappointed with that. And that's it for the football, I'm afraid. You've got Boca Juniors, who I think they might just scrape a win here today against Auckland City. I could see them scoring, Boca Juniors, I reckon. I could see them getting on the score sheet there today. I don't know what, just call me Psychic Sally. I've just got that inkling with Boca Juniors. Got nothing at all to do with the fact that they're 1.01 favourite. Let's have a quick look at the tennis, given it's a bit of a quiet day on the footballing front. I won't be doing any research for you. No point. Looking at yesterday, qualifiers, I wouldn't be playing, but Boyer, well, losing to Pavlovic in 2 consecutive tiebreakers. I wouldn't be playing necessarily these. Looks like the Brits had a poor day. Hussey as well. Stewart retired. Oh no, he got through care of a retirement. Thankfully, I think get Stewart to buy your lottery tickets on the cusp of going out. Vachereau, something happened for him to retire. So, Mr. Stewart, can you buy me some lottery tickets, please? And Earls, my old mate, Trotter. All right, dear boy. Bonnet de douche. Bonnet de douche, beating Hemery from France. You heard a few bonnet de douches when Trotter got through there. Fantastic stuff from him. Looking at some of yesterday's more competitive tennis, Danny Evans coming from behind. This is what I look for. This is why I target Brits in the local tournament like this. 1.62 favourite wins the first set. His odds are going to be short, aren't they? We've got a Brit in front of home support. Have a go. We only need him to break in the second set and you're out. So really good stuff there. Elsewhere, nearly from Zheng, nearly winning the first set for a possibility of taking him on second set. And in Mallorca, Conti Mute would have been a standout performer for me. You can see I starred it. Bang. Wins that second set. Playing a Spaniard. So, again, a local lad. They could play above themselves. Well, some of them, at least. And the ladies, 2 of the ones I highlighted yesterday, you can see how tough it was for Osaka, Naomi Osaka. What a pity she didn't lose that first set in a tiebreaker. And did Victoria Azarenka get any joy out of a local lady, Sigamund? No, she didn't. far too efficient. But yet again, my argument is she's already 1.3. She's highly likely to win 2-0, but she's playing a German. Her odds for winning the first set are going to be extremely low. Lay her. Liability low. Siegerman might do a Danny Evans and fight back. That's my angle in. These two I highlighted yesterday. That good old English name, Jones. Hello, boyo. How are you all? 6-4-7-5. Again, the underdog. Would you have taken Jones on after winning the first set, given it's a Brit in Eastbourne? Or she's a Brit in Eastbourne, my apologies. Local rivalries, this is why you play. Particularly when the underdog wins the first set. You get the fight back. Remember, it's not about the final result, it's about what happens in play. So I do hope one or two of you are looking at tennis, because during the summer months, you can apply football trading principles to tennis if you just think sets as goals. If you're 1-0 down, are they going to equalise? That's what you're after. Looking onto today's tennis, and the qualifiers continue in Wimbledon. So the first port of call is just keep an eye on the old Union Jacks, unless two-tier Keir will arrest you for flying a Union Jack. Katie Swan, I think her name is. Well worth following today, particularly if Romero Gormaz wins the first set. I think in front of home support. Favoured as well by the market and a Brit. Yes, please. McDonald playing an unpronounceable name. That's got 3-setter written all over it, doesn't it? And if you've got a Brit involved losing the first set, possibility they'll fight back for the second. Jackie, that beautiful British name, sounding like Al Murray, the pub landlord, playing Shimonovic. M. Night Shyamalan. Don't know much about these two, but we've got a favourite in a local tournament. Appleton against Weltert. We'll wait to see how Appleton will get on there. But it's competitive tennis, I think. This is competitive tennis qualifiers, but I mean tournament tennis, where I would prefer my focus. Lofhagen. Herr Lofhagen. Beautiful British name, as Al Murray would say. 2.3. The third consecutive match, Lofhagen is a underdog. He's won the last two. So Riley Opelka should have a target on his back, should he not, if he wins the first set. Lofhagen, will he run out of juice? Having a brilliant run. He'll get more supporters. Vukic against Duckworth, the reason I've got this highlighted, you can see this yourself, two fellow countrymen meeting each other. The angle, I like it. If Vukic wins the first set, already odds on, already expected to. That's your angle in, with an expected fight back from old Jack, if Vera will let him out the Rovers' return. Pennington Jones, hello. Pennington Jones will have his butler playing for him against Borges a little bit later on. Pennington Jones will be in the stand reading the Financial Times, don't you know? I wonder if he can play in his bowler hat. Oh, Pennington Jones, have a cognac at half time, Pennington Jones. Not expected to beat Borges today, but he's a local lad in Eastbourne. Oh, Pennington Jones. Off you go, Pennington Jones. Do us proud, boy. Do us proud. That's done my voice box no good. Harris against Norrie. Again, local playing each other. And that little technique. Already odds on. Cameron Norrie. If he wins the first set, he'll be even shorter. Harris, if Harris wins the first set, you've got an angle in. So it's a low liability play. You're just looking for a competitive fight from Harris in the second set. Thinking that Harris will know Norrie's game a lot better. Hugh Fernley-Whittingstall is expected to have a tough campaign against Koboli today. A 3-setter likely there. In Mallorca, my standouts would be Bautista Agut, who took Carlos Alcaraz to 3 sets recently on grass. He is exceptional. He's a local lad in Mallorca. I've got that one marked up. And we've got the absolute standout star of the show, Argo Elisiem, popping on over to Mallorca. 5 o'clock, the marquee time that's going to be a standout. If he's up for the fight, that would be my major if there. All of the others are plodders, I would argue, but those two are the standouts for me in the tennis. So this is what I do for the tennis. I look for the matches which catch my eye. If I can read them without researching, then I can be more confident of having a good pick. Naomi Osaka, 1.91, is expected to struggle again today. Azarenka, 6-2 wins yesterday. Iga Swiatek, I think Azarenka is quality enough to give Swiatek something to think about at 1.25. And again, it could be a low odds lay of Swiatek if she wins the first set. But likely one of the world's top three. I think Swiatek now, she's been taken off the top spot. And in Eastbourne, look at the Union Jacks to start with. Hilary Dart, not favoured. So could we see a fight from her today? Burrage, Emma Raducanu, get bums on seats. Cartel against Ostapenko. Can Cartel give us a good performance? Ostapenko does have a habit of losing the first set, but fighting back in the second. Let's hope she's up for it today. And that beautiful British name, Zhu, playing at Stearns. We're going to get a fight back from the Brit. We'll soon find out. Quiet day today then, football-wise, just with the Sir Oman Cup. But I still think there'll be a trading angle, particularly with HJK Helsinki. Maybe a goals angle in the others. And I won't be playing the FIFA Cup. I will see you again tomorrow in what could be another quiet affair. But we've got the Euro playoffs, so I'll do the research on that. Kawasaki Frontale odds on at 11 a.m. in Japan. And the Norwegian Cup won't get any research from me at all. Lillestrøm, Viking, Lillestrøm top of the Obos-ligaen. Viking top of the Vikhaus-ligaen. So the big boys are out. And again, you've got the Mickey Mouse Cup. Dortmund against Ulsan. Hyundai, I think, from South Korea. Fluminense against Mamelodi Sundowns. Don't know much about Mamelodi Sundowns. As long as I keep the Vuvuzelas at home, then I won't mind watching that. So it's a quiet couple of days on the football front. This is why I keep banging on about tennis. Because if you have the capability to trade a football match, you have the capability to trade a tennis match. It's the same use of statistics. It's the same use of odds. It's the same use of can they fight back. It's the same use of getting involved at the right time, getting out at the right time. So I do hope that tennis will feature more in your mind, particularly with Wimbledon coming up. Have a great day today anyway. Members of FootballTradingProfits.com, you're unlikely to be hearing from me today. I will see you again tomorrow.